Hello, everybody. How's it going? It is Matt, and it is, what is it? Scary Saturday. Oh my gosh, it's Saturday already. I can't believe it's here. But before I roll on to anything, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk. All that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I know I'm here an awful lot lately, but I have a lot to review for you guys. Also, do one last favor for me and check out the information in the description box. I put a lot of not a lot, but a little bit of extra information in there for you, such as I try to put a brief synopsis. I'm not a writer. I usually just get it off the back of the box. I'm a talker. Let's just face the facts. I'll give you your starring cast, your director, your runtime of the cut I am watching, along with an MPAA rating, if there is one that exists, some trivia if I find anything worthwhile of mentioning, and then either a link for a trailer or a scene from a movie itself. Now, with today's movie, I was unable to find any of that. So, just look for your basics. So there's no links for trailers. There's no links for any of that. So it's pretty basic. All I got is your starring cast, your director, runtime of the cut I am watching, and the name of the short, because it is a collection of shorts off of a 2000, and I'm guessing this came out in 2022, maybe 2023, but it is none other than Ben Gaudet's Canadian Horror Chronicles. I don't know where I got gore from, but Canadian Horror Chronicles. This is a very interesting, fun little collection. I really enjoyed every moment of it. It is kind of a throwback to the old days of the old German splatter films. If you like stuff like Violent Shit, or Das Coma Brutal Duel, or Primutos, or Necronos, or stuff like that, I think you might enjoy this. Or Blut-Ville. It's fun stuff, you know. If you enjoy those sort of films, you will get into this. Now, what do we got entailed here? We got one, two, three, four, five, 6 shorts. Technically 5. The 6th is just 2 scenes put together. It's a death scene 1 and 2. It only runs at about 2 minutes, so about a minute per scene almost. Actually, the first death scene's only about 30 seconds. The rest is on the second one. It's really fun effects going on with that. But I'm going to start off with the very first one, which is Blut-Ville Massaker. It came out in 2021. It runs at about 3 minutes. It stars Ben, and he also directs it. That's one thing with Ben's films. He is usually the star of everything. He plays all the parts. Mostly because he has a hard time finding actors. And you know what? I really like it. It's something I appreciate out of his work. It's very fun. This is an ultra limited release, by the way. I got number 4 out of 5. So, yeah, very interesting. I'm happy to have this release. Granted, it is just a DVD-R, but that is to be expected when you have such a limited release, and from such independent filmmakers like Ben as well. Which I hate saying his last name, because I know I'm murdering it every time I say Gaudet. I hope I'm not. Either way, I applaud his work. But Blut-Ville Massaker is probably my second favorite out of all of them on this entire compilation. It is very fun, very brutal. There's a decapitation, head smashing scene, which is very fun. The head smashing just is beautiful. Now I'm going to roll on to Bile. Bile came out in 2022, and this one only runs at 5 minutes. Now, it is black and white, but as a special bonus feature, you do get it in a colorized version in the special features, along with a unfinished Blut-Ville Massaker Part 2, which is just extra gore that he had shot for Part 1 that he was going to make for Part 2, that he eventually was making for Part 2, which I hope he does make Part 2. I really enjoy Part 1 enough that Part 2 I think is well worth it. I just hope he goes longer than 3 minutes. I think it's worth going the extra mile on this one. I understand that, you know, resources can be a little hard to come across, especially money wise. You know, that can be a little much. But Bile is an interesting one. I really enjoyed it. I think it does a very good job at what it's doing. And before I forget, Blut-Ville Massaker gets a 3.5 out of 5 on its technical abilities. It meets all 3 criterias. It gets audio is good. The editing is good, and also there is there's a little dialogue, but not a ton of dialogue. It's pretty much quiet, pretty much a silent film as far as dialogue goes. But Bile, there's no dialogue whatsoever, so it doesn't meet that audio criteria. It does get a good job on the editing. It looks very nice and very neat and very cool with that grainy black and white film stock. I really liked that. I like it better than the colorized version, I'm not gonna lie. And then as far as editing, it's smooth. It does really well. Nothing in there seems to feel out of place. So I'm going to give that one a 3 out of 5. So let's roll on to Carnage Woods. Carnage Woods is I would say is the best short out of the entire collection. It is absolutely stunning. He does an amazing job with it. I loved every single minute of Carnage Woods. It was really well made, and it was made back in 2021, and it runs at about, what did I say, 7 minutes, and it stars Ben Gaudet and another kid in there. I didn't get his name because it wasn't listed, and then unfortunately when you roll over to Ben's IMDb, he only has 4 things listed on there, and only one of the films on here is listed, and that was Gore Collector, which I just it's not really any extra information I didn't already know. So anyways, and that one is getting a 4 out of 5. I think that it is very well made. It meets all 3 major criterias: the audio, the dialogue, and the editing. It's edited really well. He's got some cool fight jump cuts going on with some hand-to-hand fight scenes. He's got some great action going on with shooting guns and all that great stuff. Neat stuff. I really enjoyed it, and I give this one a 4 out of 5. It's absolutely just an overall banger. It's really good. I can't say anything bad about Carnage Woods. I really enjoyed that short. I think it's by far his best next to Spasm. Spasm I reviewed a few weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, I believe, maybe a month ago. I'm not 100%, but either way, it's as good as Spasm, which it was just as well. And now I'm going to roll on to Gore Fiend. Gore Fiend, it came out back in 2020. It only runs for about 2 minutes. It's pretty basic. Nothing really great about it, but it does a good job for what it is. It for only 2 minutes. You can't really get a whole lot out of it. It does fit its criteria. The only thing I believe, no, I'm thinking of Gore Collector. Never mind, that's the next one. But Gore Fiend does fit its criteria. It has lots of fun stuff going on with it. I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. As far as the 3 criteria, it meets all 3. Audio is all right. You know, there's no complaints on that aspect. The dialogue is good enough. It works. And also the editing always is good for Ben. For a young kid, Ben does an amazing job for editing, and just does an overall amazing job for his age. The kid's very, very dedicated, and I appreciate that a hell of a lot. And now back on to Gore Collector. Gore Collector would be my third favorite out of the whole collection. It is a very fun one. It stars Ben playing 3 roles. Basically what we got going on with that one is a kid who receives a DVD-R that is basically a snuff film, and he freaks out and destroys it. And the killer happens to come back and kill them. Very fun, very neat. It's, as you can see, it's probably the most memorable out of all of them. That's why I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5. It's above average as well. It is very well done. So we have 2 3.5s out of 5, and a 4 out of 5, and a 3 out of 5. So this thing, or 2 3 out of 5s. I think this thing does a very well job overall. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 in an overall aspect. I recommend you jump over to Ben's Facebook, and I will be putting a link for it in the description box, so you guys can buy this. Buy Spasm, I think it's called Rebirth or Afterbirth. Rebirth I believe is what it's called. I will be purchasing a copy of that next, and hopefully reviewing that in the future. So yeah, definitely look for that one. Probably not next month, but maybe the month after. Alright guys, I love your faces. I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to probably do another double today. If I do one more double, then I'm completely caught up, and then I won't have to do any more doubles, and I can just do singles again every day. Alright, love your faces, and as always,